a nice feed by Hunter! And Baisley with the rip. Dean Larry, you got to load that one up. Hey, hey.
Oh, got a little wink action there.
Hey, and set. The Warriors in the state final!
Welcome in, everybody, to Princeton High School. ICRC-TV Sports presents to you OHSAA High School Basketball. Your Princeton Vikings hosting the Sycamore Aviators. GMC conference matchup. Princeton comes into the game 13-5 overall, 8-4 in the GMC, tied for third with Mason. And the Princeton Vikings are coached by Steve Green, his first year as head coach. He took over the duties this past season when former coach left for Cleveland State. Steve Green's been a member of the staff for 20 plus years, and then over at Sycamore, another first year head coach, Andrew Ovington. For Sycamore, they're 6-12 on the year, 3-9 in the GMC, sitting at 8th in the conference. And Coach Ovington is a varsity assistant here at Sycamore for 2 years and junior varsity head coach at Lakota East from 2012 to 2015. Graduate of Lakota East, so both head coaches in their first year looking to make good impressions. It's going a little bit better for Steve Green. He's got a little bit more of an experienced squad. About 8 seniors on that roster. Or at Sycamore, only 2 seniors. Very young squad. Lots of juniors, a couple of freshmen for the Aviators. And scoring for the Aviators, they're kind of spread out. Oliver Wittenbaum, Chauncey Grandison, Court Kramer will all score about 7 to 9 points a game. On the other side for the Vikings, they have 4 players that average double-digit points per game. Darius Randall, Khalil Davis, Bowen Hartman, and Sterling Burkhalter. They all average over 10 points a game. And the Princeton Vikings offensively, they pretty much hit on every point that you'd want a team to hit offensively. Their field goal percentage is well above the conference average. The conference average sits around 44% field goal percentage. Princeton sits at 49.6. Now defensively, the Vikings allow the second most points per game in the conference, but that kind of comes in hand with a team that scores a lot. And for the Vikings for this game, they're going to want to tighten up that defense and clean up on the glass. They handled the Aviators in their last meeting. They met previously on January 3rd, just last month. The Vikings won 66-50. In fact, it's been 6 in a row for the Vikings over the A's. The last win for the Aviators was almost 3 years to the day. It'll be next week, February 12th, 2016. The Aviators won at home against the Vikings 68-67 in overtime. In order for this Aviator team to get a win tonight, and I think they're going to have to drive inside and really try to work off the glass. They attempted 356 threes, 19 per game. It's a little bit above the average in the conference, but they're only shooting 28% from beyond the three-point line. So I think they need to control the boards and try to work that ball inside in order to have a chance to win here today. For the Vikings, just do what you do on offense. And then try to tighten up defensively. To get set for the tip. Maybe Court Kramer for the A's and Sterling Burkhalter for the Vikings, and the Vikings get it. That'll be Darius Randall bringing the ball up court for the Vikings. Passing the ball around the perimeter pretty well. A little slip there. Tries to save it. Aviators pick it up. It's Wittenbaum bringing it up. Nearly traveled, slid there. It's a three-point attempt, as we said, 19 a game. A little bit above the conference average. Sits around about 15 to 16. Nice pass inside there to Greg Johnson. The Aviators look to respond. Inside the baseline. That's Kramer. Nice head fake. Fakes a defender and goes up for two. And the Aviators get the ball and bringing it down. Right after there by Justin Williams. Okay, change his shot direction in the air there and come up underneath with a little lay-in. That's a three-point attempt by Greg Johnson, and it's in. He has all 5 Viking points so far. Inside to Kramer. Kramer might have had a chance to go one-on-one there against Johnson, but he goes for the extra pass. It gets stolen. And a good drive there by Darius Randall, but he can't finish. The Aviators pick up the rebound. Here's Grant Derbyshire. He is working the baseline, passes it off to Justin Williams. Williams kicks it back out. Here's Wittenbaum in the corner. He's going to shoot a three. And that's short off the side of the rim. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Vikings. Let's take a replay of that last three-point shot by Greg Johnson. Step back, rattle it in. There's Randall handling the ball for the Vikings, looking back to Coach Steve Green for the play. And he'll come back out to reset. Well, motion trying to get Hardman open for three. He was open, and it's a little strong off the back of the iron. The Vikings pressing a little bit on defense here. And it leads to a turnover here. We got 3-on-1 numbers. That's Hardman. He'll take it in. Easy two there. So the Vikings in early going, tightening up that defense. Here's Brueggemann from the corner, three. It's Nick Brueggemann for the Aviators. Greg Johnson, nice crossover, dishes it to his left, and kick back out to the corner. Here's Randall, nice pass underneath to Sterling Burkhalter. Burkhalter with the finish. It's 9-7 Vikings. And that defense that's pressing has caused another turnover for the Vikings. A couple subs coming in here. Check it in for the Aviators, number 3, Chauncey Grandison, number 25, Andrew Fair. So look at this 3-on-1. There's Bowman's just going to finish. Caleb Crawford is checked in for the Vikings, as has Jaheim Thomas, Khalil Davis. Might have caught a 5-second inbounding violation there. Here's Williams coming off the screen. Kicks it back out to the corner. Williams fakes a drive, pulls up for two from the far side wing over there. He misses. Vikings. That's Khalil Davis going up. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line shooting too. Nope, they didn't say that's on the floor. So the Vikings will inbound. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, leading 9-7. Close contest so far. Little drive there by number 10, Jamal Walker. He jumped with it and then took a little extra step. They'll call him for a travel. Aviators will inbound. The Vikings will look to continue to press on defense. They got to get this ball across the line. You got to be getting close to 10 seconds. And they do. Kramer underneath, tries to kick it back out. Another loose ball, another turnover here for the Aviators. They'll have to get that in check if they want to have a chance. And that was Hardman for three. No go there. Williams will drive. Dishes over to 25. Andrew Fear with a 2-point bucket. We're tied at 9. Nice assist there by Justin Williams. And the Vikings will look to set up their offense. 3-point opportunity here by Davis. It's strong off the backside of the rim. Williams driving, kicks it to Fair. If it works once, maybe try it again, and they do, and it works twice. 11-9, Sycamore leads. If this game is anything like the junior varsity game we watched prior to this, it should be in for a good one. Long 3-point shot, couple feet beyond the line. That was Jamal Walker. Even though it was a long three, he was still strong on it. Kramer working down low. He's going to get fouled by Crawford. Here's one of those assists by Williams to Fair. They had 2 in a row. That was the first. Here's both of them. Here's the second. And it's almost the same play. And the Aviators inbound here. Here's Kramer working down low again. Passes back out to Grandison. He kicks it out. Fair thinks about it. Has a body nearly fall on top of him. Kick it back out to Wittenbaum. Wittenbaum will take a little jump step. Goes up strong. No foul call. Body's on the floor, but Wittenbaum makes the basket. And it's a 13-9 Aviator lead. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Bowen Hardman. I think they might call that on the floor. Yeah. So Walker will inbound. Long inbound to Johnson. Johnson over to Walker. Walker drives, kicks it back out to Thomas. Thomas goes up, can't get it to fall. And it looks like that'll be called out on the A's. They'll stay with the Vikings. 25.5 seconds to go. Hardman driving. Back to basket. Will turn around. That's good. Got 10 seconds here for the A's. Let's see if they can finish this quarter strong on a good note. It's Wittenbaum. Johnson with the block. He's going to have to shoot it. He takes an extra pass, and that'll bring the end of the first quarter. If he would have taken a shot there instead of passing it, might have a chance for a little half-court buzzer beater. So at the end of the first quarter, it's Aviators 13, Vikings 11. Stay tuned. We'll be back here on ICRC-TV Sports.
How does the 2020 census affect representation? There are 435 seats in the House of Representatives. These get distributed to the 50 states by population, and an accurate census response helps your state get the right amount of seats. States with smaller populations get at least one, while states with larger populations might get more. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
All right, we're back here at Princeton getting ready for the second quarter. As the Aviators lead, we take a look at the Vaping Educational Series. Have a question about youth vaping or nicotine addiction? We have the answers. Join Princeton on Wednesday, February 12th in the Viking Room at Princeton High School to learn more about vaping and have your questions answered. The event begins at 7 p.m. and is free and open to the public. Can't make it? Tune in to Princeton City Schools Facebook stream presented by ICRC-TV. And back to action here as the Aviators looking to expand on their surprising 13-11 lead. There's Williams. Kicks it around. Just a couple passes. It's Bergman to Kramer. Kramer back to Williams. Grandison over to the corner. Fair loses it. Picked up by Thomas for the Vikings. Kicks it out to the corner. Walker's open. Three-point shot. Strong on the far side of the rim there. Kramer picks up the rebound. The A's are running. Here's Williams over to Grandison. Grandison kicks it out to Brueggemann. Fair working against Walker. He's going to drive in. Brueggemann wide open for three. Just off that front of the rim. And Walker brings it up for the Vikings. Randall tries to drive in. Brueggemann checks him. Here's Crawford now. Back out to Randall. He'll go off the screen. Get a little give and go there. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Thomas. He's going to be fouled. I think that might be on Williams. That's the third team foul for the Aviators. So here's Jaheim Thomas at the line. 6'4" senior, Jaheim Thomas. As Grant Derbyshire checks in for the Aviators in 13. Thomas makes that free throw. It's 13-12. Aviators trying to work against that press. They got a wide open shot here. Derbyshire he was open and he went for the extra pass. And now the A's will reset and Derbyshire tries to drive in. And they turn it over. Here's Randall. Squeezes through the defense. Goes up strong and lays it in. That's 2 points for Darius Randall. Williams tries to go up strong. It's blocked by Thomas. Thomas up to Crawford. Crawford's in the corner. He's going to hold up and wait. Kicks it out to Walker. Walker over to Randall. Randall's going to shoot it. That's off the front of the rim, but Thomas is working hard for the rebound, and he gets fouled by Brueggemann. That's his first team's fourth. Here's the replay. Let's check out this Oh, Randall steal and breakaway. And the Aviators will take a timeout as the Vikings have jumped out now to a 14-13 lead. During this timeout, we'll take a moment to remind you, if you're interested in volunteering for ICRC-TV, kick an email over to Jason at ICRC-TV.com. That's Jason at ICRC-TV.com. We'll get you set up for volunteering. Pretty fun. You can do what I'm doing now or jump on a camera or work in the truck. And they'll usually feed you. I think we had Jimmy John's tonight. Freaky fast. Vikings will inbound underneath the basket. It's Greg Johnson handling that duty. He's going to go long. Khalil Davis. Davis back to Johnson. Johnson looking to work here against Brueggemann. He goes up strong, and it's in. Johnson only averages 5.9 points per game, and he's already got 7. So the Aves just turned it over there, and then the Vikings turned it right back over. Nice little crossover there by Brueggemann. And it looked like he had a chance to go up with it, and then kicks it back out, and here we go, around the horn. Kramer's going to shoot for 3. It's off the front of the rim, nearly rolls in, but it doesn't. It's out of bounds. Last touch by the Aviators will be Viking ball. Couple subs cupping in. Couple subs checking in. It's 32, Trey Bell. He played in the JV game. Played very well. Very strong underneath the basket in the JV game. Was number 32, Trey Bell for the Aviators. Here's Johnson. Kicks over to Burkhalter. Davis working against Williams. A little crossover and one-hand lay-in there, and it's good. That's first points there for Khalil Davis, and we got a 9-0 run here for the Vikings. And about a 6-minute scoring drought now for the Aves. But here's Bell underneath. He goes up. He draws the foul. Take a look at that last bucket here. 2 looks of it. Will Davis. That's a crossover. That's sick. Bell misses that first free throw. That was, I believe they called that foul on Owen Hardman. That was his first, team second. And Bell gets that one to roll in. He's got Hardman in the corner. That was Randall with a long pass there. And Hardman kicks it back out to Johnson. Vikings just looking for an opening here to possibly drive in and find a basket. There it is. Nice pass by Randall, but Burkhalter can't finish. Gray Johnson goes for the steal. That leaves Derbyshire wide open. Grant Derbyshire 3-point bucket. Just like that, a quick 4 points will end the run and the drought. And a little dunk there by Burkhalter, the 6'2 senior. Nice pass from Khalil Davis. Aviators going to take a timeout. And that's going to be a full timeout. While they're in the timeout, I want to tell you about Princeton's Got Talent, featuring acts from across the district, including students, staff, and alumni. Princeton's Got Talent will be full of surprises and entertainment, including special guest appearances. The admission price is $20 per person. $10 from each ticket supports a donation to Princeton school, group, or extracurricular activity throughout the district that you select. Tickets can be purchased in person at each school building or online. Tickets for this fundraiser are non-refundable. Checks can be made to Princeton City Schools. Don't miss this night of fun on February 12th. To purchase tickets online, please visit localevents.com/events/details/9302. I got a 3-point there by Grant Derbyshire. It's got a 20-17. The A's are sticking around. They're close to foul trouble, though. You don't want that against this Viking team. This Viking team will shoot 76.8% from the free throw line as a whole. Trey Bell looked for a pass inside. Turns it over, long pass down to Harbin. Harbin makes the three, gets fouled. A chance for a 4-point play here. And that's the fouls on Grant Derbyshire. There's a look here. Turnover. Long pass down to Hardman. That foot might have been on the line, but they called it a 3 anyways. And he makes that free throw. Hardman on the year. It's one of the really good free throw shooters. 94.7% on the year. So you put him on the line, he's going to make it more often. Now here's Fear. Gets his own rebound off the miss. Grant Derbyshire, a little head fake. Left hand lay-in. Misses too short. Davis picks up the rebound. Look at the run. Kicks it out to Harbin. Harbin in the corner. 3-point bucket for Harbin. He's on fire. Just like that, the Vikings go from 20-17 to 27-17. Grant Derbyshire from 3. He's short off the front of the rim. Rebound by Harbin and a foul. That's going to be on Kramer. That'll be 16 fouls. Here's this last 3 by Harbin. In the corner. Rattle it in. Take a second look. Nice dish there by Khalil Davis. So it was 20-17 in a flash. Harbin scores 7 points for the Vikings. 2 threes and a free throw shot. Here's Randall. He'll fake a 3 and drive in. Dishes. Another quick little touch pass. So Randall touches it to Johnson. Looked like hot potato under the basket there. Johnson just tapped it over to Burkhalter, and Burkhalter puts it in. Burkhalter has 6. And here's Derbyshire. He gets it to Williams. Back to Derbyshire. He's got his foot on the line. Stepped on the baseline there. So that's another turnover. Look at this. Let's slow this down under the basket here, guys. Under the basket. Watch this. Whoop. Nope. No, thank you. That's a hot potato. I don't want it. You take it. Into the bucket. Nice and easy. Now Walker will bring it up. Crawford working against Wittenbaum. Kicks it over to Walker. Thomas working strong inside. Just gets it to fall. It's Jaheim Thomas working inside there. We're on an 11-0 run now for the Vikings. And another 3-minute scoring drought now here for the Aviators. Fair and Derbyshire going back and forth here. Fair is open. Little head fake crossover. Kramer gives it to Williams. Trying to set a screen here. And Hartman just comes in. Slick as can be, but he couldn't pick up the loose ball. Justin Williams, he's going to pick up a loose ball there for the Aviators. Fair's down low. Let's see if they're going to call this offense or defense. And they call it offense against Fair. Oh, I don't know if Walker was set there. Ooh. That's a tough judgment call. That's really, I think, 50-50. Take a look at it. We're right on, I think we're right on top of this when this happens. Yeah, he's not set. No, I mean, I know they have some new kind of tweaks to the rule where about dipping the shoulder into it and everything for the offensive player. But, well, the Vikings got a chance here with 10 seconds to add to this run into the lead. And they give it to the hot hand, Harbin, to try to take that last second shot. He does off the back of the iron, and that'll do it for halftime. 31-17 is your score. Vikings lead the Aviators. Come on back for the second half. We'll see if the Aviators can come back.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign,
Welcome back in here to Princeton High School as we get set for the second half of action. Princeton leads 31-17. Really a story of 2 quarters there in the first half. At the end of the first quarter, the Vikings led 13-11. The second quarter, the Princeton Vikings just went off on a 20-4 run. Get you to 31-17. And a lot of that was behind the strong play of Bowen Hardman. Right there in the middle of the Viking huddle, number 15. He scored 11 points in that first half. And another big part of the story really was turnovers and steals for the Vikings. The Aviators have turned the ball over 9 times. 7 of those are steals from the Vikings, and the Vikings have 10 points off turnovers. And you get a good look at Bowen Hardman coming over to inbound the ball. Good story about him on WCPO's high school athletic website. Really good story about him and what he plays for, and it's his late father. It's a really good story. Check that out on WCPO. Bowen Hardman there, number 15 for the Vikings. The second half gets underway. Really quick, Aviators foul. That's Derbyshire's second, team's first here in the second half. Puts Randall on the line. Randall only had 2 points in the first half. And he averages 14 and a half, and misses that first free throw. Gets the second to fall. And Randall's an 82% free throw shooter as well. So surprising that he missed that first one. That's Wittenbaum getting it down into Kramer. Kramer's working against Johnson. A little head fake and draws the foul on Johnson. Be Johnson's first, team's first. I'll put Kramer to the line shooting 2. First one is in for Kramer. Kramer shoots 67.5% from the free throw strike. He makes him go. Little spin move there. Came up short. Johnson with the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Randall. Randall's too strong on the corner from the 3. And ill-advised there by Brueggemann. Just let it go. Let it go out of bounds. I mean, I have Derbyshire on his third. Team second. It's not a shooting foul. It's on the floor. Man, Brueggemann just let that loose ball go out. I think it's just instinct perhaps to pick it up or to go chasing after it. Johnson, crossover, shot from the free throw line. That was in and out. Derbyshire, ill-advised pass, steal by Burkhalter. And the steals and turnover story continues here for the Vikings. And Grant Derbyshire, number 13, is not having a good start to this half for the Aviators. See if he can make some changes here. High off the backboard. And I think Fair might be coming in for Grant Derbyshire here. It's just a guess. Fair's waiting to check in at the table. Johnson, meanwhile, dribbles in strong against Williams. I think we're having a second foul, and Johnson called. So we're taking a look at the replay here. Just kidding, no replay. But yeah, Fair checks in, and Grant Derbyshire checks out. And still the Vikings with that pressing defense, which has led to many of these steals. Look at the trap there at the half-court line. Williams, nice pass to Wittenbaum. Back to Williams. Now Williams will drive. Nearly lost his footing there. Gets it back out to Wittenbaum. Here's Fair. Fair with a little jump shot from the elbow. Good rebound by Kramer. Kramer's going to go back up. That's in, and he's fouled. Chance for a 2-point play. That was a foul on Randall, his first, team's third. As Crawford's going to check in for Randall. So Randall's kind of having an off game here tonight. He only has 3 points. And he averages 14.5. And this foul into the basket here on Kramer, you're taking a look at it right there. Just kind of reaches in. No need for that. Kramer gets that free throw to fall. As the Aviators are going to try to creep back into this game now. And really, they're there offensively. They're making shots. But they just got to stop turning the ball over. And I think they'll be able to poke their way back into this as Khalil Davis, a nice drive there. And that 2-point bucket, he'll double his point total. Fair with a nice find. Oh, man. Brueggemann was open there. Here's Fair wide open. Oh, that was in and out. Just took a whole trip around the rim. Rebound by the Vikings. Nice dribble in there by Davis, but he loses the handle. And I think Kramer drew the foul against Davis. Davis with his first foul. Team's fourth. So the Vikings only committed 2 fouls in the first half. We're already up to 4. And we're not even 3 minutes into this third quarter. As Farrell gets set to inbound to Williams. Williams will dribble up, and then 2 Vikings will come over to double teaming. He kicks it over to Fair. Fair will have to find a pass. It's back to Williams. Williams will try to get across the line. He'll draw 2 defenders again, and it's Fair over to Wittenbaum. Back to Fair. Williams will drive. Uses an elbow to create some separation, and a nice jump shot there by Williams. Working against Burkhalter. Here's Hardman on a cut to the basket. Little fadeaway jump shot. No good. Rebounded by Grandison. Grandison will drive. Kicks it off to Williams. Williams adjusts his shot. Draws the foul. Might have been Burkhalter. No, they're going to call that on Walker. But that's the team's 5th. Take a look here. Williams will cut in. This is that jump shot. Now Williams from the line, he misses his first. Well, the second coming up. And Williams will make his second. He has 5 points on the day. Well, he averages 3.5, so he's having a good game. He's only a 51% free throw shooter, though. Here's the Vikings. As Hardman gives it to Davis. Davis looks to set up the offense. Davis just fires a left-hand 3-point shot there by Khalil Davis. And it's like a carrying violation there. Didn't really see it, but here's this. Just pull it up and shoot it. Why not? The southpaw. Khalil Davis. So back to a 14-point game, 39-25. Davis looking at Hardman running around, and Hardman trying to create space. Here's Burkhalter. Goes under, run up with the left hand. He misses. Williams now looking to run with it. He'll make a shot adjustment. Gets his own rebound, misses, and then gets fouled by Crawford. 6th team foul. So that'll send Williams back to the line. Again, he's a 50% free throw shooter. So odds are he'll make one and miss one. First one rattles out. Law of average here will say he should make this shot. And he's strong off the backside of the rim. Announcer curse. Crawford gives it to Burkhalter. Hardman running through some screens. Crawford kicks it over to Walker. Walker from the top of the perimeter. Strong off the back of the rim. Rebound by Wittenbaum, and another steal for the Vikings. Here's Burkhalter. He's going to throw it up. And the return alley-oop layup by Crawford, too strong, but Burkhalter was there for the rebound. And it's now a 16-point Viking lead, 41-25. Nice pass by Williams down to Kramer. Kramer, a little spin move with his back to the basket. Goes up strong. Tries to get his rebound. They're going to call foul on Kramer there. Here's this little alley-oop. Kramer too strong. Call it a double alley-oop. Can we call that? I'm saying we do it. Call that the double alley-oop. He didn't miss it. He was passing it. Here's Crawford run the offense. Hardman in the corner. Davis up top, another shot. A little strong off the back of the rim. Kramer with the rebound. The Aviators need efficient possessions here. Here's Grant Derbyshire. That one just rattles in and out. Look at Kramer working. Kramer thought it was last touched by the Vikings, so he let it go. And the referee disagrees and says, no, you touched it last. Viking ball. As Kramer will take a rest. And we have a new face checking in for the Aviators. It's Holton Jorgensen. As the Vikings work here. Crawford gives it to Davis. Davis will drive. Up with one hand short. Nice rebound there by Thomas. Thomas goes up, and he cannot get it to fall. That foul is on Holt Jorgensen, who just checked in. His first, team fourth. That'll send Thomas to the line. Thomas shoots 83% from the free throw line. First one's in. I tell you, free throw shooting is a key to basketball. If I was a coach, I'd make my team practice it a lot. They'd be tired of it. It's an 18-point lead now for the Vikings. Drive here by Grandison. Grandison goes up under with the left hand. 2-point bucket's good. I tell you, Grandison averages 9.5, and that's his first bucket. Crawford thought about it from the corner. Now he'll dribble back out, crosses over on Fair. And I think Fair is going to be called for the foul, which will send Crawford to line shooting 2. Yep, will be on Fear. It's his third. Team's fifth. There's that bucket by Grandison. He goes underneath and up with the left hand. And as Crawford makes that first free throw. Crawford was scoreless until that free throw there. He only averages about 3.5 a game. He makes the second. And he's played a decent amount here tonight. Even with this 18-point lead, now they're going back. I was going to say the Vikings defense is still pressing, but they back off a little bit here. And here's Brueggemann from the corner, back out to Grandison. Grandison working on Hardman. Here's Grant Derbyshire, who's back in, working against Crawford. Over to Brueggemann. Back to Grandison. Derbyshire cutting. Wittenbaum going to drive. And that's up and in for Wittenbaum. He doubles his point total there to 4. .30 seconds left in the third. They're going to say Offensive foul on Thomas. I believe that's his first. Referee made a signal that he might have used an elbow to create that separation. Aviators desperately need a bucket here to maybe swing some momentum their way. There's Kramer over to Grandison. Grandison driving against Johnson. They're going to say that Grandison traveled there when he lost his footing underneath in the paint. So another turnover. And the Vikings will have 14 seconds to try to look to add to their lead, which currently sits at 16. 10 seconds of counting here. Hardman pulls up short. Rebounded by Thomas. And another basket that goes in after the buzzer, so that does not count. 45-29 here at the end of the third quarter. Another strong quarter for the Vikings. All right, let's in this quarter timeout here, let's take a look at your replay schedule here on TV. Of course, you can find all these games on ICRC-TV.com, or ICRC-TV's YouTube channel. You can see the Spectrum and Phi Optics channels listed there on the right. So February 6th at 11 a.m., February 7th at 8:30 p.m., February 9th at 1 p.m., February 11th at 5 p.m. Again, check them out at ICRC-TV.com. We also have the YouTube channel. The hot potato from earlier in the game. Yeah, look at these Princeton highlights here. Khalil Davis pulling up from three-point range. A little steal from earlier in the first half. That's that Hardman and one from the three-point line as we get back to live action. There's Kramer. Gives it to Bergman. Bergman thought about it. Said he gives it to Wittenbaum. Wittenbaum down to Kramer working against Thomas. He's going to back it up to the basket. Kicks it back out. That's Grant Derbyshire for three. He's short. Gets his own rebound. And he's going to reset that offense. We'll work the ball around. Here's Wittenbaum. Into the corner. Bergman working against Johnson. Kramer now against Hardman. Wittenbaum for three. Strong off the back of the rim. Here's Johnson. Dribble between the legs, gives it back to Crawford. Crawford over to Johnson. Johnson working against Kramer. And Walker will bring it out now, working against Derbyshire. Walker trying to send Hardman down to the basket. Thomas. Hardman's open. Should have shot it there. He's going to shoot it now, and he's in. 2-point bucket for Hardman. It's his first points here in the second half. From the corner. That's in and out. Picked up, loose rebound by the Vikings. Johnson tries to throw to the corner to find Crawford, but he can't. Davis will check back in as Hardman will take a rest. Here's Hardman's last shot here. Thought he was going to take that three there, and he steps inside, goes for two. Nothing wrong with that at all. Two's not quite as good as three, but it's still pretty good either way. Little attempt at kind of an alley-oop pass there from Kramer to Grandison. Grandison decides to catch it and put it on the floor and go back up with it. That's Walker working down inside to drive against three defenders. Goes up strong, gets his own rebound, and then goes up strong again. It's Derbyshire now. Back to Grandison. I think that was Walker's first point there for the Vikings as well. Yeah, Walker didn't have any points in the first 3 quarters. He's another one that only averages about 3 points a game, but he's played a lot today. I didn't see who that foul was called on. It's on the Vikings. It'll be their 7th team foul. And they'll send Grandison to the line. He misses the front end there. And Kramer with a rebound. And he puts it back up. He's had a good second half. He's got 7 points in the second half, 9 points total for Court Kramer. Here's Thomas working against Kramer, and a good cut to the basket by Crawford. Turnaround jumper. Pretty turnaround there. Brueggemann working, gives it to Grandison. Grandison a little hop step. Grandison having a really, really solid second half as well. Between Grandison and Kramer, they have most of the Aviator points here in the second half. That lead is down to 16. I think it's a safe lead. Coincidentally, they won the first game of the year here against Sycamore at Sycamore by 16. And they lead here by 16. Nice pass there to Thomas. Thomas from the elbow. No good. Kramer picks it up, gives it to Grandison. Kicks it into the corner. Kramer from 3. Derbyshire down there working for a rebound. Can't quite get the handle on it, but it's knocked out of bounds by last touch by Princeton. So Sycamore will maintain possession here as we get a couple subs checking in. Rodney Harris, I see. Sterling Burkhalter's back in. It's Rodney Harris's first bit of action today. There's Justin Williams. I believe he just checked back in. Grant Fear from the corner. He's short off the near side of the rim for him, from his perspective, the near side of the rim. And that's Walker rolling one in and out. Wittenbaum tries to drive. Khalil Davis says, no thank you, get that out of here. And last touch by Davis. So Aviators maintain. Here's Kramer, kicks it back out to Fear out to Grandison. Williams. Nice cut there by Kramer. Kramer with a great adjustment. And he draws the foul. I think that was on Burkhalter. 8th team foul here for Princeton. Take a look at this. Just a great pass by Williams, a great effort there by Kramer. And he's good on his free throw. He's 4 for 4, I believe, on free throws today. And his strong second half continues. He's got 10 here in the second half, 12 total. Leads down to 13. Greg Johnson steps back and he makes it right back to 16. I think he heard me. He said, whoa, I gotta get back to 16 here. 16 is our number. Williams. Nice cut to the basket from the corner there by Wittenbaum. But he couldn't make anything happen. And here's Davis in the corner. Working against Grandison. Looking to cross him over. It goes behind the back. Loses the handle. And we'll have a timeout called by Coach Steve Green, first-year coach for Princeton Vikings. Having a good first year. They're 13-5 overall. 8-4 in the GMC. Looking to go to 9-4. There's that step back 3 by Greg Johnson. Well, we have a second here, folks. Another angle here. It's Greg Johnson replay. And Princeton Pride Gala joined the Princeton Education Foundation on Saturday, March 7th at the Sharonville Convention Center to support our schools. Tickets to the Princeton Pride Gala are $75 per person and support Princeton Education Foundation's many projects throughout the district. Visit PrincetonEducationFoundation.org for more information. It's like After the timeout, Davis will inbound the ball. Vikings might be content to just hold as much as they can. Walker working against Williams. Now Davis against Grandison. And in the corner, it's Hardman. Aim is off there from the corner. Williams looking to bring it up. Passes over to Fair. Fair finds Wittenbaum in the corner. Wittenbaum's short. Kramer working for another rebound and 2 more points to Kramer. If you have 3 more Kramers on the court, this might be a ball game. And that's Walker drives in, draws the foul off of Fair. That's going to be Fair's 4th. And team 6th. So the Vikings will be in the bonus now. Here's Walker shooting 2. Walker makes his first free throw. He's only shot 8 coming into these. 3 for 8. Now he's 4 for 9. So one of the few Vikings that have a low free throw percentage. Other than that, almost everyone's over 80%. And he rattles that one in, so he's 2 for 2 here. That'll get him to 5 of 10 on the year. So he'll jump up to 50%. And we're back to a 16-point lead for the Vikings. A great defensive effort by the Vikings here today. As one of the points that I discussed coming as we opened the show was defensively they are second worst in the GMC as far as points per game go. Fear with the jumper, rebound by Walker. And they showed up defensively. Walker, that's going to put Fair out. That's his 5th. Team 7th. Walker with the bucket and a chance for a 3-point play here. Defensively, they came in allowing about 62 points a game, 61 and a half, I believe. And they've only allowed 40. The last time these two teams played, they gave up 50, so really good effort defensively by the Vikings. Walker's 3 for 3 from the line today. And a couple of junior varsity players for the Aviators will check in now. So that is Manny Meta and Des Bolden, as well as Trey Bell. Looks like Sycamore's actually emptied the bench here. And that's number 22, Nate Casella. And looks like the Vikings will go to their bench as well. These JV teams, they put on a show. You know, you didn't see, I don't see on the TV or anything, but they put on a show earlier before this game. The Vikings JV team had a 12-point lead at the end of the third quarter. And the Aviators closed it and tied it, and then even took the lead with about a minute to go. The Aviators that came all the way back to take a 5-point lead, and then the Vikings in the last minute tied it up to send it to overtime. Then in overtime, the Vikings just ran with it. So a little continuation of that game, if you will, right now. And that's a bucket by number 32, Rodney Harris, getting in the varsity stat book there. Here's big Trey Bell. He had a good game on the JV level. A little strong on that lay-in. I don't have a JV roster with me, so I can't call all these names touching the ball. Ill-advised pass there by Bolden. And then Manny Meta will commit a foul. And here's Rodney Harris Getting on the stat book there, young man. Yeah, he has. Let's see. Rodney Harris is 8 of 18 on the year for field goal percentage coming in. So this is 9th bucket made. There's Crawford from the line. Crawford, like Walker, is one of the few on the team with a low free throw percentage, but he came into the game only 3 of 7. And he goes 1 of 2 there. 12 seconds left, and there's JV guys. Uh-oh! Oh, he went for the one-handed slam, but he just missed it. You can see everybody stood up and wanted it. We all wanted it. I think that was number 14, Ari Turner. And when the clock winds out, that'll do it. 64-42. Vikings hit their average as far as points per game go. And they hold the Aviators to a lot less than what they usually give up per game. So 64-42. And for all the help of volunteering crew, Eric Johan, Adam Strand, and a couple others, you can watch the credits scroll across the screen. And for Dean Lowry out in the truck, I'm Ryan McGahey signing off. ICRC-TV Sports. Thanks for watching.